Welcome once again, and now we'll be talking about the switch statement in C. We are using the Tic Tac Toe game development as an example to find out or to understand programming in C language. Last time we discussed how the move can be translated into XY positions, and we are going to use a function and a switch statement to actually populate the board with X and O, which are the symbols of the player 1 and player 2. Y is equal to move divided by 3, X is equal to move percentage 3. We have switch player case. Just let me go through all the program once. Yeah, first of all, uh, yes, now look at these are the input parameters. Before whatever functions we use, we put a void over here, but now the first time we are using input parameters for the function. It is important to note that the parameters that we are using will come from outside, and in the next slide you will see how this works. We have talked about this logic before as well. The switch statement is like a more organized if statement. So if player value is 1, then you have to import y x is equal to x. So the symbol that needs to be input in the board is x. If the value of the player is 2, then the symbol that you need to enter is O. Then break. See, there is a break over here. If you don't put the break, then what happens? This statement is executed, then this statement is executed. But if a break is put over here, then this statement is executed, and after encountering the break, the control will come out of the switch statement. If you want to do the same thing for many cases, then you can omit the break. But if you don't omit the break, then the control is going to come over here. We don't have to omit the break over here, otherwise what will happen is that this O will be overwritten, and if you have an X, O will override that. So it's important to put a break so that once the X is entered in the board, the situation or the statement breaks, it comes out of the switch statement. Similarly over here, O is written and it comes out. Default means that if it's neither 1 or 2 but something which is not covered in the case, then it goes to the default. Number of cases, for example, it can be 1, 2, 3, 4. In our case we just have 2 players, but suppose there are values that can be like 100, 200, whatever. I mean, you can have cases. There is no limit on the number of cases that you can have for a switch. A default is a good practice. Even if we think that okay, only 2 players are there, it will never reach here, but it is always good to put this default statement over here, because many times because of error the program will hit here and immediately you will know that something is going to happen. Now some error exists in this program, and I have told you before that board is an integer type, while this X and O that we are trying to enter over here are character. And this piece of code is going to work with a warning, but when you use when you display the board, X and O will not be displayed, but the ASCII number for X and O is going to be displayed, and we are going to correct that. But right now we just need to understand these things more thoroughly before we do that. This is the usage part. The declaration comes here, of course. There is a semicolon over here which I have forgotten. Int player, int move. So you can omit this player as well. It can just be int and int, but it is a good practice to put player and move, because sometimes you refer to this definition and you do not know whether player comes here or whether move comes here. So it is a good practice to put player and move also, but if you omit player and move, that is also valid. But anyways, I mean, this is how it is. First you do the declaration, then this is how you can use it. So you can pass 2 and 1. So what it means is that player will be 2 and move will be 1. This can be done. You can also pass certain variables, PL and move. So PL in this case is 2, move is 1. I mean both of them are same. So this is also valid. And then the definition or the implementation of the function comes over here. As an exercise, I would like you to play with functions, try using different return types and passing different parameters. Play with the switch statement, see what happens if you omit the break, see what happens if you omit the default statement. This exercise is for you. You can do this and see how things work out.